Hi, my name is Erik, and now I want to talk to you about a dilemma that many of my clients fall into. And especially, like, one of the places I see this happen very frequently is with parents. So if a parent loses a child, or a parent has a child who has a catastrophic accident that's going to affect the rest of their life, or things like that, devastating, huge, real world, big things, and they're miserable for months and years sometimes. I can think of clients that have been pathologically grieving the loss of a son for 5 years. Other clients that had, diminishing injuries that 2 years later, they're so miserable and upset about the plight that their child has to go through, that their daily experience is one of misery. And I want to talk to you about how to get past these situations. And I call it the man in the well story. And it goes like this. It's a metaphorical man falls into a metaphorical well. And it's in a crowded New York downtown neighborhood, okay? I'll make it anywhere I want. New York seems good. So, and he can hear people. He wasn't injured in the fall, but he can't get out. And he can hear people walking by and saying, "Help, help." And no one's stopping. And people are talking on their phone and going by and avoiding the sinkhole. And I mean, it's just like he's so upset with the people not listening to him. And hours go by and he's yelling and screaming for help and people are just ignoring him. And finally, a guy comes up to the edge of the sinkhole and he goes, "Hey, are you okay?" And the guy says, "No, they're disrespecting me. It's not fair. It's so unreasonable. People should help. They should at least call the 911, but no, they're not helping." And the guy says, "Oh my God, I couldn't agree with you more." And he jumps in the well with them. Now there's two guys in the well, okay? And they're both very upset that no one will stop and help them. So they're both yelling and yelling and yelling. And finally this woman stops and she says, "Hey, are you guys okay?" And they say, "No, they're not listening. It's not fair. They're disrespecting us." And she goes, "Okay. And would you like me to lower a rope?" And they said, "Oh, a rope. It's a good idea. Yeah, I think so. Yes, would like a rope." So she ties a rope off and lowers it down, and they climb out of the sinkhole, out of the well. So now we've got all three out, and that's the whole story. They're rescued. We're done with the story. But now we can ask three important questions. The first guy that was in the well, did it help him for the second guy to jump in the well with him? No, it didn't. He was still stuck in the well. The second guy, second question, here we go. The second guy, did it help him to jump in the well with the first guy? No, clearly it did not help him at all. Third question, the woman who lowered the rope, if she would have jumped in the well with them, could she have rescued them? No. What's the moral of the story here? The moral of the story is, don't jump in the well. If someone is in this low place, they need you to be the rock in the midst of the stormy sea that they are trapped in. They need you to keep your positive spirits. They need you to take good care of yourself. They need your positivity. They need your laughter. They need your humor. They need you leading them away from the misery and towards happiness and joy and fulfillment. That's what our friends need for you. If you are my friend and I am in the well, please do not jump in with me. Instead, lower me a rope. Please, 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 lower me a rope. And I will tell you, this is so instrumental. This one little story, the philosophy behind it is so helpful for these parents And people who are caught up in, like, I'll ask the question, what kind of parent would be happy, fulfilled, and joyful while their son is miserable? And the client said, oh, a terrible parent, terrible. Oh, that would be the most unempathetic, terrible thing in the world. And I said, I disagree. I think it would be an effective parent that would remain joyful, happy, fulfilled, and share that happiness and fulfillment and joy with their child. That person does not need more misery. You bringing more misery in the name of love. Oh, I love you so much. I'm miserable with you. And what are you bringing to the table? You're bringing misery. Do they need more misery? No. Lower them a rope instead. Hey, if you like this video, I got a bunch more on my website, and I have a free 20-minute phone consultation. Please give me a call. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.